I think a lot of us have watched closely to what's happening in the world, especially the last 3 years. I don't know if you've been awake for longer, as I have, and looking at the different timelines, if you can see the different timelines that are going on right now. I actually commented on a post the other day and got taken off of the group. It was in a Kundalini Awakening group, actually, because my answer to a question was that I'm living in my heaven on earth, and I am living in my heaven on earth. And this lady got really offended by that and called me out and said, basically, how dare you? Aren't you thinking about other people? You've obviously not experienced pain or hurt or trauma. She made a judgment against me without even knowing me, just because I was speaking my truth and saying where I was in my life right now. Because actually, getting to where I am today and the last 15, 20 years maybe, I suffered a lot of trauma. I suffered a lot of trauma in my childhood. I suffered a lot of pain and hurt over the years, but I chose not to let that define me. I chose that not to let me bring me down, to let me experience that emotion over and over and over and over and over again. I chose to delete it. I deleted it out of my mind. All the negative thoughts that kept coming up, I just deleted and refused to go back to them places, because, when you've experienced childhood trauma, that can live with you forever. But it is your choice to get rid of it, and when you choose to do that, that is just a decision to work on yourself, to go within, to heal your inner child, and to, start loving yourself, finding yourself, who are you? Why are you here? These were my questions from a young age, I didn't know why I was here. I didn't feel like I belonged, not just to my family, but on this earth, in this world. And I've always felt like that. And the reason being is because too many people, run towards, making icons out of somebody who's got a good voice, or out of somebody that can kick a ball into a goal. When you look at the last 3 years in the lockdowns, football stadiums were full. It literally full of thousands of supporters, but when you go to, look at, the protests that were going on, we never had half as many at the beginning. Never had half as many, because people are too programmed, and that's why they call it TV programming, and mind control, lots of mind control. People still believe in the government. People still think they're doing the best for us. But when, it's being able to do that critical thinking, that logical thinking, and fear and repetition will take that from people that are still in their programming, still, watching the news, and they go into their fear, they fear what somebody else is telling them. Doesn't make no sense to me, The fear belongs to the right place, in the right place, at the right time, not just what somebody's telling you, So when somebody's telling you something, research it, have a look about it. Who else is saying it? What else is going on? What are other people saying? You haven't got to believe everybody. You haven't got to, take on board what just that person says, And when you look at the track record of governments lie. They've always lied. And, you know, people that are coming in and, you know, I promise you this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to change that. It never happens. They never do it. They never do it. You know, just look at now. You know, Rishi Sunak, you know, said that he's going to stop the immigrants coming in. Well, now he's saying, actually, I can't do that. Well, of course he can't, because he never had no intention to do that. But people still look at that. And, you know, the biggest thing about all that is that you taxpayers pay for him to be where he is, the same as all the other politicians. You're all paying for that out of your tax, out of your taxes. You know, they work for you. They work for you. You don't work for them. And you know what? If you went into work and you'd done something wrong, you know, your boss told you, right, you need to do that, and you'd done something opposite, you'd be sacked. They'd sack you. They'd get rid of you. So why aren't people removing this government? Yeah, this government, we're paying for them. They're not doing what we want. You know, they're now trying to charge you to drive on the road. What, you know, wake up. Wake up. You know, look at this logically. They don't own the road. They don't own the roads. The roads are for the people, you know. You know, when you look at Dartford Tunnel, you know, you're going to pay the toll, you know, the toll going through every day until that's been paid for. How long are you going to pay for it? How long are you going to pay for it? You know, it's a money grab. It's a money grab. It's always money, 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 money. And also looking at, you know, when, you know, going through the lockdowns and the PPE and the hospitals and, you know, the contracts that were given to different people. Just look at the politicians. Look at the politicians where these PPE contracts went to. That tells you everything. You know, businesses were opening, you know, just opening. And they were giving it millions to them businesses. Why? Because they're related to them in some way. That's why. They never give it to businesses that have been established for like 20, 30, 40 years. They were giving it to new businesses that had just opened. And the reason that is because they're related to them people in some way. It's all about money, people. It's all about money. And they've been taking your money forever. And we're in a time now that, you know, that changes, you know, the truth's coming out. And everything's going to turn around, you know, and you know, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. You need to stop paying these taxes. You need to stop paying all these road charges. It's like literally crazy. ULEZ isn't a law, you know. If you break a law, then you go to court and you can, you know, you can be arrested, go to court, and you can be jailed, blah, 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 blah. Now, the laws are, you know, kill another person, stealing, causing harm, you know, driving on a road and not paying £12.50 into a zone isn't law. That's just something that the mayor decided he was going to do. Well, that's what I want to do. You know, he lied that it was about the air, you know, the quality of air, and it's doing this and doing that. And scientists have actually come out and said, no, that's not true. You're lying. So, you know, to give yourself a better quality of life, you have to turn the TV off. Don't listen to the news because they don't tell you the truth. They haven't told you the truth for years. Start watching films, you know, Jupiter Ascending, The Matrix, that was a documentary. Go and watch all the Matrix movies, you know, go on Gaia, you know, listen to the real stuff. It's like all this UFO, you know, whistleblowers coming out now, you know. We all know about aliens. We all know about Area 51. We all know that, you know, they come here. There's been too many people that have seen them, too many things that have happened. And what have they done? What have these people done? They've put out movies to frighten you. They're coming to kill us. They're coming, you know, let me tell you something. If they wanted to kill us, we would have been blown up thousands of years ago. They would have done it by now. They don't want to cause us harm. They're waiting for this planet to wake up. Because this planet, if it doesn't wake up, it just has an impact on their planets. It has an impact on their planets and their quality of life, you know. They're waiting for us. They're waiting for us to come into your higher consciousness, for us all to become one, These people have divided us through race, religion, colour, class. It's time it stops. It's time it stops. We are all one. We're all one consciousness, and we all need to come together with that. Love thy neighbour. Yeah. Where's community gone? There's no community anymore. Do you know your neighbour? Do you help your neighbour? Do you help the woman across the road, the man across the road? No, you don't. No, you don't. Because they've deleted that. They've deleted it. They've removed it. They've given you mobile phones and TVs. Now what they want to do is take your properties off of you. They want to put you in a little cupboard, and they want a drone to come and deliver your food. They also want you to go into the digital currency where they can tell you what you can buy, what you can't buy, where you can go, where you can't go, and they can track your every movement, your every emotion, everything, literally everything. So you will, like Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. Well, you have two choices. If you want to stay on that timeline, that's fine. That's fine. And stay there and keep doing that stuff, But a lot of us have shifted. We've shifted. We're not on that timeline anymore. We are living in our heaven on earth. We're not doing that stuff. We're not, we're looking after ourselves. We're looking after each other. We're looking after each other. You know what? This is a spiritual awakening. This is against good and evil. It's been prophesied in the Bible, every single religion possible. It's been prophesied, okay? And we're coming into 1,000 years of peace. And you know what? The person that started this off, that kicked it off big time. I'm not talking about over the years, because there's been many, many people over the years, Nostradamus, David Icke, etc., that have been trying to tell us, and we've ignored it. People have ignored it. But President Trump, when he got into office, he said, I'm draining the swamp. And that's what he's doing. He's taking down all these people, all these companies, all these people that have been ruling the world, because they control the whole world. It's not just about America or the UK, or Spain or Germany. It's the whole world. They're infiltrated everywhere. These people are everywhere, So when Donald Trump come into office, that's the first thing he said. The other first thing he said was he's going to stop child trafficking, human trafficking, because that's one of the biggest money makers. And some people won't even look at that. They won't even look at it. It's been going on for years and years. 300 children a day go missing in the UK, just the UK. Where are they? Where are they? Do you care? Do you question it? Of course not. Is it on your TV? Is it on the news? Are they sending this out every day? No, they're not. No, they're not. And why not? 300 children. To me, that's important. That's important. But it's not for these people. It's not for these people, because we know what they do with them. We know what's going on there. But let me tell you, for the people that don't know, the people that ignore it, the people that don't want to talk about it, it's not on your news. It's not on your news, and you need to question that. Why isn't it? Why isn't it? So, I don't know. You've got a choice. They're threatening another lockdown. It's not on my timeline. It wasn't on my timeline before, and it won't be on my timeline this time. So you choose whether to put that nappy back on your face and stay indoors and don't see your loved ones, leave your nans and granddads or your parents in homes on their own to die like they did before. You choose that. You choose if that's what you want to do. If you want to do that, then that's your life. Then you will be controlled forever. You will be completely enslaved, completely, and so will your children and your grandchildren. You can do that, or you can join the millions and millions and millions of us around the world that have chose not to do that, and that have said, actually, I don't think so. That's not happening. It's not happening. Good luck with that. And, research, look, get yourself a conspiracy theorist friend, do that. Do that, because, you know, you're going to find out more from that conspiracy theorist friend, that nutter, that crazy woman, you know, which I've been called loads of times. And I'm quite proud of that, actually, because I'd rather be crazy than be fast asleep and not know what's going on, or not want to know what's going on, and being in that brain, that mind where I can't critically think and I can't give my opinion, you know. I've been removed from loads of groups because they didn't like what I was saying. You know, I tried to save people, tell them not to take them, you know, because I knew what it was and I knew what was going to happen. And they just deleted me. Delete. Tinfoil hat. You're a Karen. You're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. Well, you know what? To all them people, I'm really proud of who I am. You know, I'm really, really proud of who I am. And I send love to all of them people, every single one of them, and I pray every day that they're all okay. You know, unfortunately, we're seeing thousands and thousands and thousands of deaths, thousands and thousands and thousands of, you know, cancers just appearing, just going boom. You know, myocarditis, I know I haven't said that properly, you know, in young people, heart, you know, problems in young people, you know, young people just falling dead, just dying. Why? Since they've had that, you know, it's genocide. It's human genocide. And you know what? The thing is, a lot of people say, you know, there's too many people on the planet. Bullshit. You know, this planet is big enough for twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the amount that we've already got on it. Wake up.